I have long talked with you guys about the content that you can access with NordVPN.com/Fightful, but it doesn't just stop at pro wrestling. You can get MMA and boxing pay-per-views at a much more affordable price when you change your virtual location with just one click using NordVPN.com/Fightful. It doesn't stop there either. Football games. Man, if you want to check out those out-of-market football games, you don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You can get NordVPN.com/Fightful and just change your virtual location. How about baseball games? They make it harder than ever to actually watch baseball games. It is a task, not with NordVPN.com/Fightful. They got everything you need, in addition to all the threat protection and security that comes with NordVPN. But if you want that content, NordVPN.com/Fightful is right for you. What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful, here with a name, how could you not know him? One of the hottest free agents out there. You are still a free agent, right?
Absolutely, yeah, technically.
Myron Reed, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Good to be here.
You've been all over the place lately, man.
Trying to be.
Yeah.
Trying to get my name out there.
Yeah, I mean, we had reported that your deal was up with MLW, and, man, I have seen you just all over the place, killing it, looking better every time you're out there. How do you feel being outside of MLW right now, doing your own thing a little bit more? You still were then, but, I mean,
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's like one of those relationships. It's like one of those toxic relationships. It wasn't really toxic, but, like, you understand, you get the comparison. But it's like one of those toxic relationships. You're finally free, and you're able to just test everything out. And, like, this run has been fun. I've got to learn a lot about myself. On top of that, just being able to work with better talent, challenge myself, and just see my worth. You know what I mean?
And I mean that when I look at some of the people that are out there right now, I see like you and Jordan Oliver, and man, the women's talent that are free agents right now that haven't been signed before is just incredible right now. How does that feel? Because it feels like we're back into sort of that boom of talent outside of WWE, AEW, and all that. And you're out here sort of leading the charge with that, like making everybody up their game.
It's honestly really cool to see, man, because, the past 4 years I was signed. So as I was signed, you just get to see better talent get better and better, and just new faces, new people. And once I got on the indies, I was just like, man, it's time to really challenge myself and challenge other people as well.
I was on Twitter the other day, which is a bad idea anyway, but
for you, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I saw somebody say, I started to train because I watched the Rascalz. And I'm like,
that's cool.
I'm like, they're still young guys. But, I mean, you guys have been doing it for so long at such a high level. How does it feel to, like, know that, like, what you were doing even years ago helped inspire people to be like, I want to be able to do what he does?
Yeah, man, it's really cool. It just shows you that when you stick to something and you stay consistent, you're gonna get great at it. You're gonna build a fan base. You're gonna build people that respect and admire you and look up to you, just like the people that came before myself. Like guys like Leo Rush. Like, he's super young, and when I started, I was like, I want to be just like that guy. Like, you know what I mean? So, like,
what a great musician.
It's really cool.
Great musician
he
as
is.
well. I love his stuff.
He is.
So I always ask this of people who can accomplish, like, unbelievable things in the ring. At what point in your life were you like, I'm able to do things physically that most human beings can't do? At what point did you realize it's not normal that I'm able to do this?
Man, so when I first started, I knew that I could do a lot of cool stuff. But, like, I had, like, Wesley, Trey. They would tell me all the time, you're uber athletic. You're really athletic, but you just, like, got to learn how to control it. And I feel like within the last like 2 years, I've really learned to hone that craft. And so I think I would really say the last 2 years is when I learned that,
Speaking of you guys, I mean, you guys are always naturally linked together.
Yeah.
Because of the close friendship and the history. But, I mean, sometimes one or two of you guys are somewhere and some of you are elsewhere.
Yeah, it's always like that. It's like we could never all four be together again.
Do you think that'll ever happen?
I think it will.
Yeah.
Maybe not now, but I think it will happen.
What I love is there's never any I want to say like true separation there. You all make it abundantly clear, like it's still a thing. You guys are still close together,
and it's cool we're able to do that too. You know.
What are some things that you want to do, like as we're in 2024 here? Like we're at Squared Circle Expo. It's insane how big this is. You worked that show last night. That card was unreal.
Crazy, man. Yeah, unreal. The crowd too.
Yeah, the crowd was so hot.
The room was full, like standing room only. It was insane.
So what are some of the things you're looking to do, you're looking to accomplish? Are you feeling comfortable out there on the indies right now and, doing anytime you get the call to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that, like, I'm really starting to realize my worth. Like, I can make a living off the indies. Like,
of course.
So it just shows me that you can't settle for less. You know what I mean? And it's a definite confidence boost for sure.
So you've been under contract for years. Whenever that happened and you were able to become a free agent, was that a thing where you're like, okay, I'm going to navigate on my own for a while? Or were you like, you know what, maybe I'll go sign somewhere else?
At first, I mean, originally it was like, I want to prove myself. I want to establish that worth. Because, you don't really know how, like, it's a heat check. Like, when you get out, you're like, let me check and see how hot I am right now. And I got hit up by people. But I realized fast that, like, you got more work to do. Mm-hmm. So it went from being, let's see how hot you are, to let's put in the work and let's, like, really focus on yourself and grow into the person you want to be.
It's funny you mentioned that. I feel like it was Mark Henry who said sometimes really good young talent know exactly how good they are, and they don't want to improve, even though they're already good. So it seems like something that you're cognizant of. Like you're aware you're a very talented guy, but you're like, why stop improving?
Yeah, it was just a wake up call. It was like, you always got to keep getting better. Like you're never good enough. Like you're not good enough, of course, but like you're never like the best. Like you never are at a point where you can't keep learning. And it was a wake up call. It was definitely a what do they call it?
Come to Jesus meeting?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, man.
Who are some of the people that you've been in the ring with of maybe like the last year that have taken you aback and you've been like, oh, okay, damn, they're really good?
Shoot, man. Last year I wrestled Jay Malachi.
Okay.
And I was just like, what the hell? I was like, what the hell? I'm wrestling somebody that's just like, I'm like looking in a mirror right now.
That's incredible.
Like, but the thing is like, I'm 27, this kid's 19. So I'm like, holy shit. Like, you know what I mean? He's like just as good as me. He's 19 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's definitely one of the guys. But, like, most of the people that I've worked with now that are really, really good, I've worked with before, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I knew what it was going into that. But, like, definitely Jay Malachi last year was one of the guys I was just like, what the world? What in the world? For sure.
As we wrap up, tell the people where they can follow you, support you, check out what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Check me out on Spotify, Apple Music, Kid Reed, Twitter, The Bat Reed, Instagram, Reed's World, and Myron Reed on all other social media platforms.
Myron Reed, thank you so much. Hope we do many more of these in the future, my friend. Until next time, guys, we're out.